Okay, so is there another marketplace that you think of currently selling online that is not listed above? So I know, for example, I would like to see a lot more different specific marketplaces that we can actually look at, a bit more specific training, because there are so many marketplaces. And I'll give you an example. So Nina, my wife, she came to me the other day and she said, Sam, have a look at this. So we have a store here in Portugal, for example. It's like a JB Hi-Fi, right? If you compare to Australia. And this particular store is called Wharton. And what they do is they sell a lot of different products on there, and they're kind of expanding now. So they started a marketplace in Portugal and in Spain. And we were having a look at some of our products. And there was only one person selling our product, the one that we sell in Australia. And they had priced it at like 40 euro, which was very expensive for that particular product. And they'd actually made like 3,000 sales in the last 18 months because they have no other competitors. And Wharton just launched about 18 months ago, but no one really knew about it. So that's a great little marketplace that no one knows about that I can teach on, right? That I can look at. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to apply to sell our product on that particular marketplace. But then it also gives you the opportunity to get onto a marketplace like that away from your competition, right? And that's what we're really about. I think what makes Amazon tricky is the fact that all your competition is there side by side to you. So it's the best platform to actually learn from because you need to be quite good. Your product needs to be at a higher level. And then I've kind of always said that if you get even 50% good on Amazon, doesn't have to be brilliant, but if you have a product that converts on Amazon, then the chances are you actually have a really good product. Even if you're not the #1 bestseller on Amazon, but you're having some consistent sales and some good conversion rates, then your product is probably a good idea. Well, it's probably a good idea to actually get your product on different marketplaces. So one of the things with me, one of my earliest successes that I had was due to the fact that I went to actually a networking event, and I guess my team leader there at the time, she said to me what the big guys were doing when it came to marketing their particular programs. And then I took that and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And what it was Google display ads. And that's kind of what we were doing. And there was no one else doing that. You see, when we were on Google display ads, and they're usually a little bit of advertisement that you would see on a website. So if you go to some websites, you see like a little banner ad. So that's what that was I think it's called a Google content display now. But in terms of that, that's really what made it for me is all of a sudden now I could market my products on something completely different away from my competition, right? And that was really the big difference. So when we're looking at different marketplaces in Europe, there's obviously a lot of potential, but I also know in Australia, there's probably about 10 different marketplaces or so that we haven't even really thought about yet or have gotten onto. So I'm a big fan of staying ahead of the trends, right? Ahead of the trends. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that today also with our guest speaker about trends and some of the conversations that we had. But in terms of that, so different marketplaces is a really, really big opportunity. And then once I set our account up here in Portugal, Spain, our Wharton account, I'm going to do a video training about that. So that way, if you have products and you want to list them here in Portugal or Spain, then you can send them over here. Another marketplace is a marketplace called Lazada. Now, a lot of you probably know Lazada. It's actually quite a I guess, where do I start this story? So I was in Vietnam, as a lot of you know, and Lazada is pretty much the second biggest marketplace there in Vietnam, but they also have different marketplaces around Asia. And it was actually founded it was founded by two brothers. I think they were twins. And what they did was they really wanted to create an Amazon marketplace version in Asia, right? That's what they really wanted to do. So what they did was they essentially duplicated the Amazon model, right? Instead of FBA, what they called it was FBL, fulfilled by Lazada. You can send your products into them. And I was having a conversation with Pierre. He's actually sales director at Lazada in Vietnam. This was a little while ago. And this is when I was thinking about getting my products on Lazada. And the reason why I didn't was because it was very, very challenging to actually set up your account. to actually open up your marketplace. You actually even needed to have a Vietnamese business address. So we'd spoken at length, and then we kind of agreed that I'll be putting a course together for Lazada in the near future once they simplified their process in terms of letting international foreign sellers sell their products there without needing to set up a company. But now they're starting to get the ball rolling a lot with that. So that could be another great marketplace for us to look at also. So for me, those questions were really about finding out where you're selling, where you're getting the success, or if there's another marketplace that we haven't yet touched on.
Hey there, this is Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. That video actually was from the regular Monday night Q&A session, excuse me, that I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,500 of us now, and growing, by the way. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Now, if you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs and get yourself off there and come and join us, all you need to do is go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. AussieOnlineEntrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that, by the way, is underneath this video, and I will welcome you with open arms and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, have a good one. Bye.